One of the new technologies that I've used is the program Prezi. It is a zooming presentation software that allows you to animate images, text and videos all in one presentation. It gives your presentation a brilliant twist and also makes it look professional and jazzy. An example of when I've used Prezi for my research and planning is when I was researching the history of short films. To create this picture, Prezi, I copied a picture of a film reel and placed a YouTube video of the different short films ranging from the first short film ever made right up to a modern day Oscar nominated short film. After the video, I entered text in and placed it after the video so that when the viewer clicked the next button, the Prezi they would see the information related to that particular video they just saw. Using Prezi, I was able to make a presentation look like the film reel was moving and to make it more appealing to the viewer. Prezi also allowed me to exercise a lot more creative control over my research and planning compared to what I had last year. Here's an example of one of the Prezis I used for research and planning. Another technology that I've used is website Blogger. This website allowed me to create a new blog where I could post different posts relating to my coursework. On this website I was able to create new posts and edit different posts. I was also able to embed videos, photos, and post links onto my blog. In one post, I was able to post a picture of the film that I was analysing and also a link that when clicked it would go to the BBC Film website where I found the film, so that people could see what I was talking about in the post. I was able to embed different types of multimedia sites onto Blogger, such as PhotoBucket. With PhotoBucket, I was able to copy a range of pictures and analyze them in terms of short film. I was also able to embed pictures and analyze films in terms of that, Word documents, video, edited on Windows Movie Maker, and also Prezi. Here is an example of the Prezi that I've embedded on my blog to show my strengths and weaknesses. Blogger has helped me to show the progression I made from the beginning of my coursework, from when I was researching short films right up to the making of my film, and to finish, my evaluation questions and my ancillary tasks. I was able to show all this in a variety of ways. Another great source of technology that I used was the technology Google. When I first came to researching short films, I didn't actually know what short film meant. So when I typed into Google, I came up with numerous websites that gave me definitions, and I used this to compile a definition of what a short film was and conduct my research into different types of short films. Once I had established what a short film was, I then had to research the different types of short films that were available. This is where Google really became useful, as I was able to find many different films that were released. I even found the first short film that was ever made. This is very useful for me as it helped me to understand how the codes and conventions of a short film have changed over the years. I was also able to go onto websites such as the BBC Film Network and research different short films relating to different genres. For example, Night School, which is a teen drama. I was able to see the different codes and conventions that happened in this film and how a short film played out under the teen drama. The site gave me information about the film, and it also gave me an option to copy the link onto my blog. Here's an example of the first short film that was ever made that I embedded onto my blog to show research. It is called Workers Leaving the Lumiere Factory. I also used Photobucket to create a collage of the codes and conventions found in short films. This helped me to compile different images and then place a title underneath it. I was also able to change the shape and design of the collage, maybe adding 2 or 4 pictures. I was also able to add adjustments, such as the colour hue, texture of the picture, and distort it in many different ways. I was also able to design it in a way that it resembled a poster, therefore making it eye-catching and interesting to look at. YouTube helped me to find unique short films that are very rare to come by, like the first Alice in Wonderland film that was recently restored by the BFI. This Alice in Wonderland special video helped me to see how the use of caption would normally enhance silent short films, as you can see on the screen. It would explain what the actors would usually be speaking or thinking. YouTube was a brilliant source when researching old films. When planning my film, I used numerous technologies. Many of them were similar to those of which I used in my researching stage. When creating my initial ideas, I didn't want to just create a post on Blogger with a chunk of writing about what could happen in each film, so I decided to create mini animatics for each. I did this by drawing at least 5 frames for what I would like to happen in the film. I then scanned these drawings onto my computer and uploading them onto the software Windows Movie Maker and created a mini movie. For the first idea, I recorded my voice explaining what would happen in the film and acted the parts of the main characters. I then uploaded this video to YouTube and then embedded it onto my blog. For my second idea, I did the same thing with the pictures, but this time I added calm classical music to carry the film. When I uploaded it to YouTube, I added captions to explain what would happen in each stage of the film. In another one of my ideas, I used different technology, Photoshop. As you can see, there's an example of me editing my software in Windows Movie Maker. I used Photoshop to cut different pictures and create layers by pasting them onto other pictures to create a montage. When I did this with every frame of the film idea, I created a mini movie once again on Windows Movie Maker and added music to add to the rom-com genre. I also added captions to explain what was going on in the film. Photoshop was very useful to me as I was able to create the perfect scene that I wanted and was able to make my ideas seem more real and believable as I could use real pictures and create a real scene with these. Here is an example of one of the initial ideas I've done. Here is the second one. This was created using Photoshop.
There's a stranger in my bed. There's a pounding in my...
I used Photoshop when constructing my first ancillary task, which was a film poster. I was able to screen print an image of the scene where my main character was looking at the pregnancy test and edit it as a picture in the program. I was then able to crop the background from the image and only have the pregnancy test and the girl's hand in the image. I also manipulated the image to make the test fully black, which helped to promote depression and sadness. I used the paint bucket tool for that. I was also able to add text, which helped me to make my poster believable and true to what a real film poster should look like. As you can see, I can add and delete layers. There's the title. I was also able to change the font of the title and also the colour. There's the coming soon tagline and the titles. Another technology that I used during the planning stage was Microsoft PowerPoint. On PowerPoint, I was able to create a pitch that I would deliver to my class in order to sell my short film idea. On this presentation, I was able to paste photos onto different slides to illustrate my ideas. I was also able to add different designs, colours and fonts to make my slideshow seem interesting and eye-catching, yet at the same time professional. PowerPoint helped me to deliver a successful pitch and to sell my idea very well to my target audience. When constructing my film, I was able to use Adobe Premiere Pro to import my film clips. I then added them to the timeline and could move them around to what area I wanted them to be in. I was also able to cut down clips. So if there was something I didn't want in the clip, I could cut it out. I was also able to add fades to the beginning of my film and also at the end to show the finality of the story. As you can see that. That could be found in video transitions. I could also import different sound files like the image in the mirror file and cut it down and move it around to what area on the film I wanted. This was done in the same way as importing film clips. I also added fades. I used a specific transition called exponential fade, which gradually makes the music rise from a low to a high volume. I could also add titles to my film, helping it to give a professional and conventional finish to the film. Creating my survey, I used a new technology called SurveyMonkey. This is a website that allowed me to create a survey and then send it out to my target audience. I was also able to add different types of questions and edit the questions. I was able to choose from a range of different question types and add my answer choices. I could choose from multiple choice or a rating scale question. I was also able to embed this survey onto my blog so that people could view it on my blog. As this survey was sent to my target audience, I was able to gain data on what people actually thought about short films instantly, and it didn't require me to go out anywhere.